back against the ropes. For sure, they don't know about the loss. I just concentrated on my grinding and focus my effort. What up, boy? Shut up. I'm a trendsetter, these niggas, they must have forgot it.
How am I looking at him? I know.
Zo in the building. Zo Sway in the building. We out here. What?
Rosco, during your musical pursuit so far, would you say you've lost any friends or grown apart from any old friends?
Oh, definitely, man. But honestly, at this point, I just feel like it comes with the territory. Whether it's with music or like opening your own business, anytime you're getting ready to be successful, there's some people that just, unfortunately, they're not gonna be able to go with you to the next level, whether that's, you know, their own personal things going on or whatever, but, you know.
It ain't like you turned your back, you know.
Exactly. It's more like, yo, you gotta keep going, you know, so, and that's just fuel, you know what I mean?
What is Rosco P's favorite quote?
It was by Bob Marley. I'm not sure if it's verbatim necessarily, but it goes something along the lines of this. As a musician, you have the responsibility to teach. And like that within itself, I mean, like a lot of people that are in influential positions that make music, I mean, like your word is what's going out to the kids, you know what I mean? And to the people that are making decisions out here, you know what I mean? So I feel like we have that responsibility to make sure something positive is meeting those ears, you know what I mean?
No, I hear you. And
Definitely.
that helps other artists to collaborate with further ideas, because that's what it's all about.
Exactly. It's all just one humongous melting pot. But as long as we're putting out positive stuff, you know, we're in there.
This next question right here.
Okay.
You might have to take a little bit to think about it. What are 3 artists you would love to perform with or collaborate with, and why?
Ooh, okay, Travis Scott, one, because if you haven't seen the show, Homeboy is just pure energy. It's like pure energy. Like that would, a Rosco and Trav show would definitely go nuts. Like definitely a riot. Drake, because I mean, he's the greatest right now. And if I had to do one, when I get to that level of success, I want to do a show with Jay-Z. I just feel like the instrumentation there would be amazing, you know, just a live band and just pure just bars and just pure energy there. I feel like it would be amazing. What you think, Adam?
Now, Rosco, what was your childhood like? What would you say?
Normal.
You grew up in Lansing, right?
Yeah, definitely. Okay. I grew up in Lansing. It's the capital city. It was normal, you know what I'm saying? Things were a little difficult. I grew up in a single parent home. But I was blessed, more or less. Like, I didn't have really any negative anything around me. It was no negative energy. I had like good role models, good people in my life all the time.
You got that zoo crew.
You know, the zoo was definitely in full effect. I was brought up by musicians. I'm blessed for that. My uncle was a musician. My mother was a musician. Her other brother, who's also, of course, my uncle, was a musician. And it was just like, you kind of have to get in where you fit in. Hey. So, it worked out.
This one is a 2-part question for you.
Ooh, 2 parts?
Now, what would you like to accomplish with your music? And also, what is the message that you're really trying to get across with your music?
All right, I'm gonna answer the second part first. The message that I'm trying to get across is that you can do it. I'm looking at you. You can do it. All the same opportunities that I'm doing and I'm taking advantage of are all the same opportunities that are out there for you if you go and get it. You know what I mean? So like, I just want to be influential, bottom line. And the first part, I forgot the first part of the question.
What are you trying to accomplish with your music?
Accomplish, man. I just want to spread this message on such a mass scale that it becomes like a virus. And then you see little Johnny, who was probably to the eyes of the world nothing, comes up and is now this big, you know, boss guy at whatever it is he's at, whether it's making computer games or, you know, creating video games, or, you know, maybe he's the best artist in the world. Maybe he designs skateboards for all I know, like, but he's the best at it. And it was because someone just told him, hey, you can do it. What more can you ask, you know?
Let's get 100.
Yeah, man.
All right.
Sure.
For this question, you know, we just answered kind of how you want to get your word out there and influence,
Yeah.
you know, little Johnny or whoever.
Yeah.
But what has setting goals for you, how has that helped you achieve what you already have achieved in music? Has that made a difference for you, setting a certain standard and going for it?
Yes. The absolute most important reason about setting goals is it does not allow you to go backwards. And I gotta thank my man AG for that. We took our goals, we wrote them on a whiteboard. It cost like $1. And we grabbed some markers and we wrote out what it is that we wanted to do, and we executed. Maybe not in that order,
Right?
but we executed. And when you have something like that that's always in front of you all the time, it's on you whether or not it gets done.
Right? As long as you're working for it, you're not going backwards.
Exactly. So the question is, how long do you want to work at that 9 to 5? You know? Is that dope enough for you, Adam? Is it dope enough for you?
Nah, when Rosco P isn't in the studio, what can we find you doing?
Man, I'm a huge gamer. So I'm probably on 2K, or I'm probably on Warframe, or I'm probably on Battlefield shooting people, you know what I'm saying? That's my escape from the world, man. Every now and then when the stress gets high, you gotta take it somewhere else. And video games for me are my escape.
What's your team on 2K?
Thunder, all day.
You taking any challengers?
Bring it.
Hey, hey.
Mr. Rosco _ no EP. And that's how we do it.
That's how they do it out there on the court.
Yup.
How exciting was it first getting your song Blue Benjamins put on iTunes?
Oh man, it was amazing, man. The beautiful part about it wasn't just iTunes. It was the whole experience. Getting the phone call, hearing that it was, you know, that DJ Butcher had liked it, and then finding out it's going to be on the radio, to actually hearing it with the group of the guys on the radio, to going to Atlanta to have it mixed and mastered and all that good stuff. Like, the experience to finally seeing that just made that moment.
That's that motivation.
Yeah, man. It just further proved that it could be done. You know what I mean? So, for those watching, it can be done.
All right, now we've already mentioned the Zoo Crew earlier.
For sure.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Now, what can the Zoo Crew expect from you in 2016?
Man, not only the zoo, but the world. We're bringing noise. Not just any kind of noise, though. Substance, man. South by Southwest. Meet me there, because I will be there. Meet me there.
All right. Last question, not the least important, but what was Rosco P's first song?
The first song that we ever did, it was with Mike Walk, and that was called Addicted, and people were addicted once they heard it, I mean, and that started the whole movement.
It's that music life.
That started the whole movement, yep,
All right.
Definitely, man.
Well, this is Jake Ahern with Rosco P, chilling, but we got
Gang.
other shit we gotta do. And we out of this bitch. Holla to play in the streets.